Hi guys, TSW here, coming to you with a Arms Warrior guide for patch 4.01, also known as the Cataclysm patch, and the rotation won't really change, so if you are watching this at level 85, yeah, it all still applies. I did actually just record myself doing a full guide, and it took 26 minutes, so that's kind of long for a YouTube video, and I want it to be one video, so let's try and crush it down to 10 minutes. This is my gear. It's pretty bad. It's just like 264 steel grimtol lol, Shadow's Edge with crit gems, blah 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 blah. What I'd say is mastery is really good at the moment, of which I have none, so my damage can go up. So basically get rid of all your haste, because haste isn't that necessary at the moment. You want to be going for your mastery, of which, like I say, I don't have a lot. And also I like the crit because I have 30% crit plus the 60% crit with your Taste of Blood. It means that my overpowers have a 90% crit chance, which means when I'm buffed with Fury / Druid 5% plus Kings and blah 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 blah, I'm close to 100% crit on overpower, which is really overpowered. So let's get on to some rotations, okay? You want to be having Battle Shout up, obviously, to increase your strength. Rend is your priority move. It ticks for 1.2k damage and it can crit. Really nice. So Rend is the move that you want to be having on the boss immediately, and it's the one that you want to be, I'd say, paying closest attention to. You can see I've got a red bar between myself and the target, showing me the duration of it, so it never ticks off really. Well, it will tick off, but as soon as it ticks off I want to reapply it. Okay, next move is Mortal Strike. People are thinking, and what I've read on the forums is, oh, Mortal Strike, but Overpower does more damage. Yes, that's correct, Overpower does do more damage, but in conjunction with Lambs to the Slaughter, which reads, after dealing Mortal Strike, your next execute, Overpower or Mortal Strike will cause 30% more damage, meaning use Mortal Strike first, your overpower crits will be even higher. If you have 100% overpower crit, you can do silly damage. I mean, 9.1k with Mortal Strike, okay. 9.9k with overpower. That's because it does 30% more, because I just used the Mortal Strike. Also, Lambs to the Slaughter is another way of getting you to carry on your rotation, even though the boss is sub 20% for your executes. Speaking of sub 20%, Deadly Calm. This is a move that you want to be using ideally when the boss is below 20%, so you can just keep spamming and spamming and spamming your execute. Bear in mind, you do want to keep Rend up below 20%. You do want to continue Mortal Striking, because basically to fuel the overpower, high damage, 100% crits, and then just use all your global fillers as an execute. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a DPS, I don't know, race, whatever you want to call it. Charge, Rend, Heroic Strike, because I have 100 rage. I Heroic Strike instead of using Slam because I do more damage. Apparently, if you have certain gear, it can do less damage than your Slam. So bear that in mind. Just check your recount or whatever damage meter you're using, and just make sure that out of Slam and Heroic Strike you're using the move that does most damage. Also be aware that your Heroic Strikes cost more rage as well, so just keep that in mind. Okay, right, here I am doing my rotation using Heroic Strike pretty much on every cooldown, prioritizing my Mortal Strike in front of my overpower. Whenever I'm healthily above 60% rage, go for a Heroic Strike. Ooh, bit of an earthquake going on here. That's never good. Go for the overpower. Ooh, Rended a little bit too early. Okay, I will have missed a tick of my Rend, resulting in a loss of DPS. Okay, I've got plenty of rage, and Heroic Strike was on cooldown, hence the Slam. That's the only time you really want to be going for a Slam, is when your Heroic Strike's on cooldown and you're still above 60 rage, okay? You don't really want to cap rage like I just did then for a second. See, gotta get rid of that rage, because that's potential abilities I could be doing, and I'm losing damage. Okay. Rend ticks off. Use it again. Reapply it, and that's basically the rotation. Okay, I can't really carry on doing it too much, or else I'll run out of time. Just bear in mind, you just use all your abilities. Heroic Throw, really good ability. It procs all your bleeds and stuff, and does decent damage. And it costs no rage. Also, if you're rage starved and you've got a free GCD, pop it. You'll thank yourself. As well as using Blade Storm. This is a move that I think I think I prefer it the way it was. I don't mind not being able to AoE at all, really, as arms. But I suppose that a lot of other people did mind. But anyway, yes, it's now a complete AoE. It'll attack as many mobs as there are there, but it only does 50% damage. So someone might be able to correct me, but what I find is that if it's 5 mobs or higher, it's a DPS increase. It might be 4 mobs, but anyway. And obviously use cleave every time there's more than 1 mob instead of your heroic strike, because you'll do more damage. Talent wise, I'm debating taking 3 out of battle trance and putting them in insight, because I'm prioing heroic strike. I'm doing it a lot more. This was just a really early talent build I did when I was still slamming, but yeah, insight definitely there. And also improved slam isn't something that's quite so necessary, but I mean, there's nothing else for you to put it in, but feel free to have a move around if the encounter, you're getting stunned, or you need to slow things down, like on Lich King or whatever. Yeah, Mortal Strike's cool. Okay, obviously buffing your battle shout, and also as an arms warrior, if there's not a proc warrior or a fury warrior, you will be the sunder guy. You only have to stack it 3 times. There are times in your rotation when you could be reapplying your battle shout, or more likely times when you'd be wanting to slam. These are your empty GCDs. These are times when you're not using any high priority moves. Okay, this is when you want to be reapplying your sunder armor, times when you want to be reapplying your shouts and thunderclapping and demoralizing shouting. Not enough warriors use these abilities, and they are so good for your tanks. I mean, your tanks should be using theirs, but if they're not, and you can't, you're not on vent with them or whatever, you've got to be using them. And then just afterwards, just send them a little message saying, dude, can you please, use your demo raw or whatever, because a lot of tanks don't use them. I have no idea why, but anyway, yeah. Also, pummel and throw down, really good interrupts, as well as intimidating shout. When people mention interrupts, like, oh yeah, we got pummel, yeah, we finally got interrupt. We've always had intimidating shout. You can interrupt caster with intimidating shout, as well as charge. That's always cool. And keybinds to your other stances. These are important. They can make or break when you need to intervene out or intercept. And also, don't be afraid of going into berserk stance and whirlwinding when there are multiple mobs and your sweep and strikes or your blade storms on cooldown. Okay, hi guys, we're on the beta now. Going to show you the difference in the damage between a overpower crit 14k without the use of Cluster Smash, and now with Cluster Smash 20k. Okay, so you can see immediately there's a big DPS increase with the use of Cluster Smash, and you can see it's off cooldown and it procs so frequently. So it's off cooldown 9 times out of 10 before the 20 seconds is up. Basically, just keep everything up as was in the live realms, but use Cluster Smash. You want to try and get it like that when it procs just before your Mortal Strike comes off, so you can use your Mortal Strike with 100% armor pen, which is so nice. Okay, let's see how much damage I can do. Full out aggression, Rend, pop Cluster Smash straight away, and it's procced straight away. Trying to see what damage I can do. I'm going for an early reapply the Rend just so I can keep doing this. I didn't really see when cost of smash ran out, but already you can see over 10k. Pretty good, pretty good. Cost smash has come off. There goes the Rend, maybe a tick early. Smash is still up. Yes. Redo cost of smash. Immortal strike. Overpower. Heroic strike. Shouldn't have heroic strike then, but oh well. And in the end, doing something like 9k DPS. Not too bad. It's definitely a lot more fun with cost of smash, simply because you do hit those high-end numbers. But yeah, definitely one to look out for, the Arms Warrior in Cataclysm. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions, please post a comment, and yeah, cheers for watching. Subscribe if you want more, and give me a thumbs up please. Catch you next time. See you later guys, bye.